node.js Node API team meeting for the 9th of July, 2021. We'll follow our standard approach of looking through the things that are tagged for milestone 11. Before we do that, does anybody have any announcements they'd like to share? If not, I will share the things we've got tagged there and we can go from there. Okay, so the first thing on the list is discussing stale issues. I don't know if anybody's added any there. I guess there's just the one that you added, Kevin. I'm not sure if there's anything new on that one to discuss. I guess so, if I remember correctly, I guess Legenda, you're working on that one. So is there anything new or should we just skip on to the next agenda item?
Yeah, there haven't been anything new. I haven't had time to just, let's say, research on other engines.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so then the next one is tracking issue for nodes we know modules that we know is reported. I don't think I see anything there. I did see. I'll just mention. I think it was Nappy Prism. There was a tweet saying that hey, they were working on it and got significantly better performance. So that was kind of a nice thing to see. Other than that, I don't have anything on this one. Anybody else? If not, I know I haven't looked at the enabled debug testing. Still good, so we'll leave that in. So then burning down a list of issues raised in the repo. Are there any particular issues that people would like us to start by looking at? If not, why don't we just go over to the repos and we can take a look. Start by looking at the pull request. I did want to ask Kevin, not this, was it this one? Yeah, this one. I think it may be ready to land, but I just wasn't sure in terms of these discussions if the whole discussion had been closed out.
I believe it also is ready. Yes.
Okay.
Because Legenda pointed out that do we need to have a finalizer, and no, we don't because of our wrapper that we have.
Okay, great. So I just wanted to double check that. That's ready to land. Great. We can go ahead and do that.
So this first one, this is one that Jack created in order to check for null pointer in string.
Okay.
And
that one's ready to go too?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Then this is a prerequisite to his symbols PR, which is 972.
Ah, okay, right, because that's the one I think I took a quick look earlier and I was like, what do we need to unblock that? So, okay. Got it.
But he has made the changes also in this PR that we discussed last week. So both of these should be ready to go then.
Okay, so I'm just looking at it because Gabriel, you had a blocking review there.
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, in case I'm absent, after 10:15 lands, it's okay to. I'm okay with somebody dismissing my objection.
Okay, good. Because yeah, I was planning to go through and landing a few things, so that sounds like that one's ready to good from your perspective.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as long as 10:15 lands first.
Okay.
Because I think 10:15 does the fail if null thing.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Any others that we want to look at? I know this one, the maybe one. Gabriel, you had some comments on. I guess I don't know, Gabriel. You haven't had a chance to look at it again, I guess.
Yeah, let me have a look at that. 927A.
Okay. Any others that we should take a peek at?
Oh, if it's a good time, maybe we can take a look at 930.
930. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this feature is only enabled for C++ exception enabled.
Okay.
That's the first feature we are doing it in that way. So I think people might take a look on it so that we can decide if we are going with that
Right.
direction.
Is it sorry, when you said C++
Well,
exceptions only, right?
Yeah, it's only for C++ exceptions.
Would it be possible without that with your maybe?
No, the feature won't allow us to, like say, this feature requires the ability to interrupt from, like say, from operators and the iterator includes several steps in the internal of the node add-on API, and we are unable to change the signatures of the C++ function since they are part of the maybe I can take a look on it if we can wrap in the return values of the iterator. But in the first thought, I think it's not possible. Sorry.
Okay, because that was kind of like, I wondered, like the maybe, I could see there's cases where, I guess what I was thinking is like, if it's only enabled because of it when exceptions are turned on, that's because you can't handle the exceptions properly or like the errors properly unless it is. And I kind of was thinking the maybe helps in that respect, right?
Yeah.
Because that would be at least a little, it's kind of like if the implementation of the maybes makes it so that you can have non-exception enabled better handling, and this was supported for that option, at least it's like we're not saying, oh, you have to use exceptions to get functionality. It's like you have to use exceptions and maybes to get it, right? And maybe the maybe becomes the standard over time, right?
Yeah, sounds great. I will research on it.
Okay, sounds good. And yeah, and if, because that is a good one for you to bring up to sort of say this is something new that we're doing here for sure. Any others that we should look at? Let's take a look at issues, see if there's any there we want to. That one I think I answered, but yeah. I know some of these look like ones we created to like based on past discussions, so. Okay, if there's nothing there, we can flip over to Node and see if there's any Node API tag things. Right, this one I think we talked a little bit about, right?
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if nothing more to talk about there. This one, I guess I don't see anything like newish. So unless somebody has reason to call out some of these, maybe we don't have anything to look at here either. Okay, well then, we don't have either of the mentees, so don't necessarily need to ask them if they need any help or support on anything. I think that takes us to the end of our agenda then. Let me just flip back to milestones. Yeah, that covers everything. Is there anything else that we should talk about before closing out today?
I think I'm okay. I'll just review some of these things.
Sounds good. Okay, well, thanks for everybody's time, and we'll see you in GitHub and talk to you next week. And Kevin, I will start working on the next steps of making sure you can stream and everything. So.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, talk to you later.
Great.
Talk to
Have
you
a good
later.
weekend.
Bye.